Oh, the rhythm of our hearts plays its tune as love them parts. Every note is sheer delight in the jazz of love tonight. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, depending on where you are in the world right now. I am back, and I'm not going to use my webcam today because I am feeling a little bit sick, and I don't want to show people my sick face. So we're just going to get started with what we're going to do today. I have written a bunch of lyrics here, and I have something to explain before we get started. We have two tracks here. One is the sample that I got online, which sounds like this. So it's just simple jazz drum brushes, and this is the actual demo that I recorded earlier today with, a part of these lyrics. So I'm gonna play that video now. Underneath the twilight gleam, your eyes like stars begin to dream. Whispers of the night persist in the magic of your kiss. Oh, the rhythm of our hearts plays its tune as love parts. Every note of sheer delight in this jazz of love tonight. So you might be able to tell those lyrics have been shortened, and that's because they weren't complete at the time of recording that video. But now I would say they're pretty much complete, and I usually don't like to record the process of me gathering ideas and writing because I think it's a bit boring. I think it's mostly just me sitting there in silence, fiddling with sounds and words and, Googling and looking up on YouTube, looking up stuff on YouTube. I think that is something that, might be interesting to some people, but to me it's a very boring process. But the execution part is what you get to see. So we're just going to get started today. I think since we already have this sample, we're just going to get started with a piano directly. So I usually like to use Spitfire Audio Labs. I think it's one of the best free plugins out there. And we're going to get started with soft piano. We're in the key of E flat. Oh, and we might get really nerdy today. Hope you don't mind. Let's create a new track, new MIDI item. Let's get started here. Yeah, so we're just going to get started with that riff, or whatever you want to call it, at the beginning. I think it starts at a B flat. Yeah, right here. So I'm going to start with the note that I want to end up at. So I think it's a G. Yep. So I want the G to be here. And we're just going to build that melody that we played and extend that out. And then I think I start off with the 1 chord, which is an E flat major 7. I can change it later on, but let's make it simple for now. And we're going to start off again with the note that we want to end up at, and I want to end up at a D. Maybe here. Let's listen. The D should be here. Yep, there we go. Yep. And I think I want to play a G sharp major of some sort here. Or not even a major, G sharp major, but it's some weird chord that I don't know the name of. I think we'll figure it out. It's just going to truck a G sharp major for now. B sharp major 7. Yeah, I think G sharp major 7 works actually. Not much to say here. I'm just trying to figure out what I played earlier with trial and error, since I can't actually, as you might know, or if you don't know, I can't use my keyboard to record because the MIDI feature the MIDI function that it has, it doesn't connect to my computer anymore. I'm just gonna have to place the notes down like normal. And I just realized saying that, and then we're gonna start off with the note. I think this is a pretty good strategy. If you want to create a melody in your head, you want to start off with the note where you want to end up and then build upon that. If that makes sense. Yep. Or we do that. It's a very dissonant sound and actually a very common thing that we do. Maybe not as common, but it's a common thing that I do. I'll show you in a moment. And I want there to be like a B flat augmented chord here. I'll show you. Yeah, we can always change this later, but I think I might even want a different chord here. Yeah, that's very dissonant, but it's a cool sound. Let's listen to it from the beginning. And this is the chord that I was talking about. I don't know the name of it, but it's a really, instead of having the fifth here, and it'll be a major 7 chord, we put the fifth down. So it becomes like a weird, I don't know, like a sharp 11 or something, I don't know. But it's a really cool sound, so we're gonna use that. So we're just gonna use a bass preset from here, and I think it'll work pretty good because I have a trick for it. There's this distortion plugin called Decapitator made by Soundtoys. So I have something to explain first. I have been recording for an hour and 20 minutes, and I have this keybind in OBS where if I press 4 on the numpad, it goes to my main screen, and if I press 6 on my numpad, it goes to this screen. But I have accidentally pressed that key that goes to this scene, and I was reviewing the footage earlier, which I accidentally stopped, mind you, and it turns out that most of the footage, this looks fine, this looks fine, this looks fine, right? We make it to 18 minutes, it's nothing. It's literally nothing but blank. Okay, we make it to this scene right here, and then we go blank again because I'm stupid. I am stupid. So we're just gonna do a recap of what I have done so far. Actually, now that I think about it, you might want to hear the bass along with everything else. Basically, I also wrote a bass line, and I also recorded some vocals which aren't perfect yet. Listen. Underneath the twilight's gleam, your eyes like stars begin to dream. Whispers of the night persist in the magic of your kiss. A melody in minor key, your laughter sings a symphony, softly swaying as we dance, lost within a sweet romance. Underneath the twilight's gleam, your eyes like stars begin to dream. Whispers of the night persist in the magic back of your kiss, a melody in minor key. Your laughter sings a symphony, softly swaying as we dance, lost within a sweet romance. Oh, the rhythm of our hearts plays its tune as love imparts. Every note is sheer delight in the jazz of love tonight. Each moment like a tender rhyme, caught within the spell of time. Your touch, a gentle serenade in this love that we have made. Oh, the rhythm of our hearts plays its tune as love imparts. Every note is sheer delight in the jazz of love tonight.